Always so great to have Moyen on Expresso. Now, a balanced diet is crucial to our health and general well-being. And we all know that a protein is one of the most important food groups in our diet. And although we might think that we are eating enough protein overall, are we actually eating the right kind of protein?
Protein is used in every single cell in our body. It helps to increase our lean muscle mass, decrease the chance of weight gain, it aids digestion, it balances our hormones, and it boosts our mood. Pretty important, right? Well, it is essential that we get enough. But like with all things, balance is best. Today we're going to be showing you how to work in the correct amount of protein into your diet each day. Claire, let's talk about the building blocks of the body, amino acids.
So amino acids are protein, and protein is one of the key macronutrient groups. We talk about carbohydrates, protein and fat. They can't be synthesized by the body. We need to get those foods in through our dietary intake of protein. So we need to make sure we're having enough in our diet each day.
So what would you say are good examples of protein?
So when we look at proteins, we want to choose more lean proteins. If we look at the animal proteins, things like chicken breast, that shows us what the portion actually is. And one chicken breast, that size, is the same as 2 protein units. So that's the same as eating 2 eggs. So when we look at something like fillet steak, this piece here that I've brought, you can see that's 3 protein units, 90 grams of fillet, 3 proteins. So it's the same as eating 3 eggs. So when we're choosing 200, 300, 500 grams steaks at a restaurant, it's completely excessive. It's way too much. Your salmon, if we look at that portion, that's the fatty fish. It's got omega-3s. An 80-gram piece of salmon is enough. It's 2 protein units. The egg, that's 1 protein, that's 1 scrambled egg. So at restaurants, when you're eating 5 or 6 scrambled eggs at one sitting, it's enough protein for the whole day. I added some non-animal based proteins, so chickpeas and cheese. If we look at the chickpeas, 1/3 of a cup of chickpeas is adequate for a meal. It's 1 protein unit, and it's also a far more sustainable option. The cheese, it's a matchbox size of cheese, is a portion of protein. And when we look at proteins, especially meat, beef, South Africans eat way too much. I mean, it's a global trend that we're seeing. That for 1 kilogram of beef, we're using 22,000 liters of water. So it's not sustainable.
How much protein should one be eating on a typical day?
So it depends if we're dealing with a big bodybuilder or a tiny petite female, that protein amount changes. And one of the big discrepancies, or where people get confused, is they think, oh, I'm eating this 90-gram piece of fillet, therefore I have 90 grams of protein. You've got 21 grams of protein in a 90-gram piece of steak. It can get really complicated. If we look at the total day intake, you want between 1 and 3 protein units per meal. Well, if you're a small female, 1 to 2 units of protein portions of protein at a meal would be adequate. So a portion of protein would be 1 egg, or half a chicken breast is 1 protein. So a whole chicken breast for a lunch is suitable.
Today we have a lot of choice when it comes to food products that are high in protein. It's the protein package as a whole that determines whether or not it is good for us. Lucky for us, Dis-Chem has a strict screening process that means only the highest quality products make it into their stores. Sometimes we don't always have the luxury of time, so I'm going to show you 2 really quick, easy and healthy, higher in protein snacks that you can make on the run. The first one is using an ISO whey protein. Okay, you're simply going to add 1 scoop to any type of container that can seal properly. Okay, 1 scoop, 1 tablespoon of oats, and a little sprinkle of cinnamon, and then just add a little bit of water or oat milk. There you go, dash of milk, and stir it up nicely. Cool, and then you're going to just place this into the fridge overnight, and in the morning you can serve it as is, eat it with a spoon, or you can add a little dollop of yogurt, a drizzle of honey or xylitol syrup, and you're good to go. Cool, there you go, lid on, and in the fridge. Cool. I have a hectic sweet tooth, so I'm always trying to look for healthier for you alternatives when it comes to all the sweet treats. This is a high protein chocolate mug cake, so that's mug, not mud. So first ingredient is to add a full tablespoon of coconut flour. Then we're going to add 1 scoop of the diet protein, the chocolate flavor, because obviously I like everything in chocolate. Right, then we add our egg, and then 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. coconut oil in, and then we're going to whisk it up with the fork, make sure it's nicely mixed. Then for a little bit of extra protein and good fat decadence, let's add 1 teaspoon of peanut butter, and you're simply going to add it to the center of the mug cake and just push it down. And then let's top off with some roasted almonds and then a little sprinkle of raw cacao nibs. And you're going to pop this into the microwave for exactly 1 minute. Yum. Definitely the easiest and most delicious way to up your protein intake.
Biogen, for the results you want.